Well, you know, it's a quality win for us. It's a very good Louisiana Tech team. To win, we had to have really good backcourt play, and because we played against a full court press all night long, and I think those were some of the biggest question marks when we started with this new basketball team December 28th, as to whether or not we would be able to keep our guards in a game, whether or not they would be able to handle that type of pressure throughout the game. Whether or not they could play against those kind of athletes that like to drive it and remain in the game. And I thought both Julian and, you know, he just keeps getting better and better as a secondary ball handler. Defensively, he was special out for the fourth consecutive game, guarding a point guard out front. And CJ, you know, just really did a quality job in the floor game all night long. He's shooting it better. He's playing with a lot more confidence. Obviously, up front, we had John Bohannon with 11 boards. I had to do that against that group because that's who they are. You know, they like to rebound, push out, get you in transition, go and shoot layups. We only gave up 7 fast break points all night long. Real key stat against that group. Vince Hunter was just terrific. Just, you know, we're watching greatness get better and better every night, you know, and in front of our eyes. You know, he was, you know, prior to the Charlotte game, he'd have a game or two along the way, and we saw an awful lot of fouls. Now we're seeing a guy who's learned how to stay in a game. He's finishing shots. He's defending at a much higher level. He's rebounding the defensive board. He's finishing in conversion and transition like all the great ones do. And, you know, and is maturing, you know, maturing as a player every night out. You know, I've had some great freshmen along the way, you know, guys like DeRozan and you know, OJ and Taj, and he's playing at that level. You know, he just is. He's playing at a really high level right now. You know, we're getting quality minutes from Matt. We're getting quality minutes from Cedric. Jake Flaggart off the bench, having to spell guys. Tevin came in, gave us some minutes just to give Julian a rest. That is so important for him to be able to play with that energy that he's playing with out front. And these guys are not hurting us when they come in. With a lot of poise, I thought our ability to handle the press was a real key part of the game. That's a very good Louisiana Tech team. If we see them in the conference tournament, it won't be any fun. You know, they just got too much talent. They got a lot of guys that create problems for us. We have tough matchups with Bohannon having to guard down in size all night long to Anderson and or Johnson. So anyhow, we'll enjoy this one tonight. We've got to go practice again tomorrow and get ready for a Rice team that beat Charlotte, the one team that's beaten us last Saturday. They beat them. So none of them are easy. Another key part of the game is we ran them off the three-point line pretty well, you know, tonight. They weren't just catching and having open looks. I thought we ran through some of those shots and had something to do with that 8 for 33. I think they made their first 3, maybe 4 threes, but from that point on, they didn't shoot a great percentage. So another key stat in the game.
Coach, talk about managing the foul situation, especially in the final 10 minutes of the game, to be able to weather that storm and finish out strong.
Yeah, well, you know, we have depth up front. We really do, quality depth. You know, we inserted Hooper to try to get a couple of fouls on Gibby Talbert and Kaiser, 2 guys that were shooting 33-34%. We were trying to foul for profit just to buy possessions. It helped us in the first half, back-to-back fouls, you know, on the free throw line. And we felt like we could hang around with the other 4 guys. You know, I thought a key thing was getting to halftime with only 2 fouls on Bo, 2 fouls on Ced, and it allowed us to play those guys significant minutes in the second half.
Career high for Vince, season high for Julian. Could you ask for anything more on offense from them tonight?
Well, yeah, it's like, you know, I opened up by saying those guys are playing at a high level right now. They're playing very well. Playing very well. Julian made a big 3 late in front of our bench. I thought he really played a lot of poise tonight.
Coach, that was a tough stretch right around the 10-minute mark, and
you think so?
Easy for them for the players to kind of lose it. But just talk about the poise and maturity that this team showed tonight.
They had more than I did.
What'd you think of the officiating, Coach?
Well, you know, I can't speak about it. I just thought it turned with the technical, you know, thought it turned with the technical that their coach got. You know, looked like it turned a little bit to me. And we got to play through those things.
Would you call tonight the hardest working 40 minutes of basketball you've seen from your team this season?
I don't know. I think we've been a hard playing team. I really do. I do. I wouldn't say any harder than Marshall when we didn't know who we were. You know, any harder than on the road at UAB or Middle Tennessee State. That's who we've been. You know, we gave up a higher percentage tonight, so obviously we've guarded even better. You know, during stretches. You know, we played with more poise, I thought, tonight on the offensive end. Just, like I said, that press is really giving people fits. And when this happened to us, I'd have never said we had 89 points in us. You know, I thought we were going to spit out some 30s, you know, back in December. And but I didn't know that, you know, our guys were going to, you know, play with the kind of offensive purpose that we're playing with, where we're taking shots from. You look at the shot chart at halftime, we just filled up the shot chart in the lane. And, you know, we see zone, we're throwing it in there. We see man, we're throwing it in there. And I think it's really helped CJ and Julian get shots on kickouts where they're stepping in with rhythm versus trying to manufacture from the perimeter. Just being able to play inside and out has helped those guys a great deal.
Are you surprised at all by the result you're getting after all the obstacles that you had this season?
Surprised
the way your team is playing after all the obstacles you had to overcome?
You know, I would say I was initially, and now I'm going to expect it, you know. And I would hope that our crowd, you know, these people would spread the word. Our crowd was phenomenal. And I want them to spread the word. I'd like to have a sellout in here on Saturday. I just think these kids deserve it. And I think we're playing at that kind of level. And we're in first right now. And I'd like to see our people respond, you know, and pack this place in. I think we really deserve it based on effort. I've never asked people to come out. I think you've got to earn those things, but I think these kids are earning it as we move along. All right, thank you.